Hello to all of you, my lovely students in the 9th grade. How are you today? Welcome back to my English lessons. It's me, your English teacher, Iman Al-Jafari at Al Farouk Academy. In our lesson today, we are going to read the second part of Gustav's email, and we want to identify the main ideas. You are going to define the meanings of some words and phrases. And the last part of our lesson today, you are going to answer some questions related to the text. As I told you before, the title of this unit is Excellent Music. So the email was written by Gustav to the festival committee. He is talking about the music program. So if you remember in our previous lesson, I told you that Gustav's main point of view, he wants the festival committee to include which kind of music? Excellent. He wants them to choose classical music, not pop music. Why? Because he said that classical music is better than any types of music. What do you mean by superior? Again, it is better. It is better than any types of music. So we must include classical music, not pop music. What was wrong with pop music? It means popular music, okay? And it is popular with young people who don't know anything about music. But classical music, it is called classical because it stands the test of time. So he wants the festival committee to include classical music, not pop music. In our lesson today, we are going to start with the third paragraph, okay, to know more about classical music. So I want you to listen carefully to this part of his email to know his main point of view. Okay.
What is the best? Next, we want to attract a broad audience. With the classical genre, that is no problem at all. There is such a wide variety of music types, composers, instruments, and orchestras within the classical repertoire that we could run a classical program for years and not repeat ourselves. With a range from early music quartets to 70-piece orchestras and everything in between, frankly, we will be spoiled for choice.
So in this paragraph, Gustav wants the festival committee to understand that if we want to attract a large number of audience or a large number of people to our festival, we must choose a classical genre. What do you mean by genre here? Genre here means a particular type of art or this type of art. So if you want a large number of people to come to your festival, you have to choose a classical music, not pop music. Why? With the classical genre or classical type or classical kind, genre هون معناها النوع الأدبي اللي هو الموسيقى الكلاسيكية, that is no problem at all. There is such a wide variety. What do you mean by wide variety? It is a different kind. We have different kind of what? By choosing classical music, you will have different kinds of music. You will have a large number of composers. What do you mean by composers? Someone who writes music. It means مؤلفين. We will have a large number of instruments. Look at this picture. Instruments, آلات موسيقية, and orchestras. Okay, so with the classical repertoire, what do you mean by repertoire? With the classical repertoire, it means with all these musical pieces, with classical music, we could run a classical program for years and not repeat ourselves. So when you choose classical music, you will have something new. Okay, يعني باختيارك للموسيقى الكلاسيكية إحنا راح يكون عندنا تنوع. شو هي التنوع الموجودة في الموسيقى الكلاسيكية؟ في عندنا تنوع في الميوزك تايب، في عندنا تنوع في الكومبوزرز المؤلفين، instruments آلات موسيقية مختلفة and orchestras. Okay, so if we choose a classical repertoire, هذا المخزون الفني الموجود في الموسيقى الكلاسيكية, we will run a classical program for years and not repeat ourselves. ما معنى not repeat ourselves؟ يعني دائما راح يكون عندنا إشي متجدد or something that is new. Okay, with range from early music quartet. Okay, look at this picture. This is what do you mean by quartet? Okay, quartets mean رباعيات. Here we have 4 musicians, 1, 2, 3, 4, who perform classical music. So you can choose from this quartet to 70 piece. Look at the second picture, 70 piece orchestras. So with the classical music, you could have 4 musicians who perform classical music. You could have 70 piece orchestras like the second picture, and everything in between. So we have different kinds of events you can choose from. Frankly here means truthfully, we will be spoiled for choice. There will be a large number of choices to choose from. يعني بالموسيقى الكلاسيكية بيكون عندك اختيارات كتير تختار منها. شو هي الاختيارات؟ You are going to choose from the music type, composers, instruments, and orchestras. Okay? So, the first question, what does the phrase spoiled for choice mean? When Gustav said, we will be spoiled for choice, do we have one choice, two choices? No, we will have a large amount of choices. Okay, so spoiled for choice means a large amount of something. Number 2, Gustav said, by choosing a classical program, we won't repeat ourselves. What do you mean by we won't repeat ourselves here? We won't repeat ourselves. باختيارنا للموسيقى الكلاسيكية إحنا ما رح نكرر أنفسنا، يعني دائما رح يكون عنا إشي جديد. Why? Because there is, by choosing classical music, there is a wide variety, a different kind of what? Music types, composers, instrument, and orchestra. So we will have always something new to choose from. We will have different choices to choose from. Okay? Clear? So Gustav's main point of view here, if you want to attract a large number of people, choose classical music. Why? Because we have different choices you can choose from by choosing classical music. Okay? The next paragraph, having attracted people to the festival. So we attract a large number to the festival. We want them. Them refers to, excellent, the pronoun them refers to people who come to the festival, to come to more than one kind of event. Okay, so if anyone come to any festival, they would like to watch more than one event. Okay, so they come to watch different events. The audience for classical music is an educated group of people. Do you remember what Gustav said about pop fans? He said that they don't know anything about music. يعني هو حكى عن المعجبين بالبوب ميوزك إنهم ما بيعرفوا أي شيء عن الموسيقى. But here he described classical music fans. كيف وصف لنا المعجبين بالموسيقى الكلاسيكية؟ They are educated group of people. وصفهم إنهم ناس متعلمين who will understand and appreciate other arts form. Okay, what do you mean by other art forms? Or appreciate here means value or respect. إذا جوستاف بديانا نعرف إنه المعجبين بالموسيقى الكلاسيكية دائما بقدروا أو بيحترموا الأشكال الفنية الأخرى. So the audience of classical music will understand and appreciate, value, respect other art forms. For example, give us example of other arts form. They will be loyal and enthusiastic supporter of other festival events such as ballet or exhibitions. So if they want to watch a ballet performance, they will understand and appreciate it. يعني لو حضروا عرض باليه رح يفهموه ويقدروه يحترموه. If they watch art exhibitions, okay, معارض فنية, they will respect and understand what they are watching. On the other hand, pop fans don't know anything about other art forms. So Gustav wants us to know that the audience of classical music are educated group of people. So they understand. What do you mean by educated? متعلمين يعني بفهم, appreciate, يقدر other arts form, okay, or other art forms. They refers to, here the pronoun they اللي هي لا بتحكي لي classical fans or the audience of classical music will be loyal مخلصين enthusiastic متحمسين لمين؟ لا other arts form which, such as give me example of some art forms that will be appreciated by classical audience. They are ballet and art exhibitions. Okay, the first question here, notice here, what do you mean by exhibitions? اللي هي a collection of things shown to the public, معروضات. Okay, collection of things or of arts shown to the public. The first question, write down 2 examples of arts form that are appreciated by classical fans. Classical fans or classical audience will appreciate other arts forms such as excellent ballet and art exhibitions. On the other hand, pop fans don't know anything about ballet, don't know anything about art exhibitions according to Gustav's main point of view. What does the pronoun they refers to here? They will be loyal and enthusiastic supporter to other art festival or to other festival events. They are excellent classical fans or the audience of classical music. Any question? So the main point here, Gustav wants us to understand that the audience of classical music are experienced, educated, they understand and they respect other arts forms such as ballet and exhibitions. Okay, so if you want to attract people to your festival, these people must be educated. Okay. Okay, my dear students, I will stop here today. In our next lesson, we are going to read the last 2 paragraphs in this email. So please prepare them well in order to discuss in the next lesson. Thank you very much for listening to me.